Dadaji, what is meditation all about?
Meditation, if you go by the dictionaries, meditation is to focus your mind continually on one topic. You may have any topic to meditate upon, but if you continually concentrate your mind on that topic, that becomes meditation. Now, there are different approaches for that. Some people have meditated upon peace, meditate on peace. Some people meditate for concentrating their mind on a point. Some people meditate watching some flame of light, becomes meditation. Some people meditate on, say, happiness. So there are different approaches to that. So actually meditation is a mental exercise. Exercising or innercising your mind, engaging your mind in something contemplative nature. So when your mind is not engaged with someone else, rather when your mind is introverted and is engaging itself with its own faculties, then it becomes meditative activity. So these days meditation is being practiced everywhere, because people have already noticed and acknowledged the benefits or the virtues or advantages that they can harness by not by withdrawing the mind from outer world and focusing it towards oneself. Now let's see what mind is and how does it work. By now, the world understands that there are three faculties or three entities that make a life. There is a physical life, then there is a mind, and there is a soul. Everybody now realizes that. There was a time, say 2 decades ago, 3 decades ago, 4 decades ago, it was difficult for people to accept that there is also a soul, whether there is a need of thinking of a soul. Mind and body is enough to go about. There is no need to engage in thinking something more about, So, and what is the use to close your eyes? And if you close your eyes, it is wasting your time, things like that. But in these 2-3 decades, the world has really changed. Now they have started realizing and accepting. A generation has appeared in these 20-30 years. And it's a sizable population in the world which is now accepting that yes, there is a body, and the body is governed by mind, and then mind itself needs a support from soul. So you see, body and mind cannot make a life, and mind and soul cannot make a life. You need 3 of them to be living: the body, the mind, and the soul. Now, the mind is in between the body and the soul. Body is a physical object, it's a material object, it's made of material atoms and molecules. But mind is not that. Mind is abstract. And the soul is even more abstract than the mind. Mind is cruder than the soul. See? So mind is like a buffer between the soul and the body. See? So this mind, what is it? Mind is energy field. It has a space that we know, we call it our mental space. What is that mental space? It has not been well defined yet. Now research is going on. Good. But there is some space in our mind that we say that my mind is full. I cannot take any more. It's full. What is that which has become full? There is something. So there is a space. And in that space, we have energy that we call mental force, willpower. So there is a play of power and force in that field. So mind can be said like an energy field. It's energy field. Now this energy field is within the system, but it reaches out. It goes in the environment. A sound comes from somewhere, and then from your eardrums, your mind will trace and go to the source of the sound. Water is dripping. Where my mind is going to the source, where it might be coming from. And then it probes that from here. And then it creates a cognizance about that. And then it comes back and feels comfortable. Yes, I know what's happening there. So this is how mind works. I see you, I see others. My mind goes from here, leaves the body and reaches out there and probes that object. And then comes back. So we have 5 senses, and these 5 senses are probing the environment. And this mind keeps doing that work again and again everywhere since childhood, when one is born. Understanding, probing, and creating a cognizance, creating an internal world. That internal world is the world that where I live, you live. But that world is full of images, full of physical images. Now that mind needs to be tamed and trained. So what is meditation? Meditation is about taming your mind and training your mind. You are taming your mind so that it is not running around out of your control. You may be sitting here, but your mind is not here. Your mind is sitting with a friend or for another appointment. You are occupied with so many things. You are not here actually. This is what happens because mind is like a monkey, mad monkey, drunk monkey. It moves around out of control. So the first thing for meditation is tame your mind so that mind sits here. It's not going around and round and round. Number one. And once the mind is tamed, then you train the mind in some faculty, in some purpose, in some object, to how to focus and contemplate that object. That is what meditation is all about, especially in the concept of Ananda Marga meditation system, that first you tame your mind, and after taming your mind, you train your mind consistently. Train your mind, and when the taming and training are consistent, you have achieved your first step of meditating. That's the concept.